welcome to a new edition of Africa Today. And in this edition of our program, we will talk about the 35th International Conference of Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs, which is currently held in Egypt, and it is held under the patronage of President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, and its main theme or title is the role of women in building awareness. And to shed more light on the importance of this conference, we are joined over the phone by Dr. Asma Zaini. She is an academic researcher at Al-Azhar. Good afternoon, Asma.
Good afternoon.
So, Asma, can you first tell us more about the main theme of this conference, which is the role of women in building awareness, the meaning behind the theme?
Yes. As the Egyptian state is achieving the national strategy of empowering women, also the Ministry of Islamic Endowment is having this conference, the 25th International Conference of the Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs. And the chosen title is the role of women in building awareness. And there are sub-themes, very important sub-themes of the conference: the role of women in building religious awareness, the role of women in building cultural awareness, yes, the role of women in serving their communities, the role of women in security, coexistence, and peace building, and the Egyptian experience of having the first female preachers in the whole Islamic world. These are the main subtitles of the conference. The importance of this conference, that it comes as the first international conference for female preachers, and also it is under the patronage of the President of the Republic, President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, and the first conference for the Ministry of Endowment after the new minister, Dr. Osama al-Azhari, announced the new action plan of the ministry to achieve its main goals.
Yes, so Asma, what are the main themes or the main topics that are tackled in the two-day conference, and the expected recommendations as it is expected to end by the end of the day, the conference?
By the end of this day, the minister is going to announce the final speech or the final results of the session, as there were two sessions on the 2 days.
Yes.
The main theme, as I told you, is generally speaking, role of women in building awareness.
Yes.
Which kind of awareness is the true awareness? The religious, the cultural, serving community, peace building, and this, the unique experience of the Egyptian state, as the Ministry of Islamic Endowment currently is having more than of 600 female preachers. This is a unique experience in the whole Islamic world, and actually we are having guests from more than 600, more than international participants from more than 60 countries.
Yes.
And we have a very distinguished honorary guest, which is the wife of the former Indonesian president.
Yes.
She played her role as the first lady in Indonesia and became involved deeply in the charity work. So the conference is being a great gathering of group of international conferences, expertise in different fields. So we expect that the results are going to be in form of initiatives achieved by the ministry and even by other ministries.
Yes. So also the conference shed light on the Egyptian experience in empowering women and the role of women in promoting values of tolerance, coexistence, and peace. What's your take on this, Asma?
In our world today, we are facing a great challenge, which is the unstable world and the situation in Palestine. Yes. And also the conference shed light on the role of the great role played by Palestinian women. They are facing very hard situation. They are losing their families. They are losing their children, brothers and relatives, and they engraved the name of the Palestinian women in a way in the whole world that it is never to be erased by violence whatever. The experience that we are witnessing of these Palestinian women is going to change how the world looks on Muslim and Arab women. we feel that our experience here of Egypt of having the female preachers is something great that we need the world to know about, because it is a huge, because number of our preachers are great number are holders of masters and PhDs, and they are playing really a brilliant role. They are not sitting in their offices, they are moving to the public, involved in the public life, visiting hospitals, universities, clubs, and different places. They are trying to play a true role in building the nation, and this experience needs the whole world to know about, and even we are hoping that some of the Muslim and Arab countries are going to imitate this experience, and this was actually stated by some of the participants during the conference.
Yes. So also, Dr. Asma, the conference emphasizes that building civilizations is only achieved through the contribution of educated and aware women, and this takes us to the importance of education and how can we, how can we put more efforts in educating women here in Egypt?
Actually, Egypt is following this way, empowering through education.
Yes.
This is highly valued by the government, and I can guarantee you, and I prove it by myself, that there are programs that are offered for women in positions that enable them. Not just to give them the position, before giving them the position, is by educating and preparing them in a way that makes their performance in these positions a model to follow. And I trust that by following the way of educating, our results and our experience is going, other than being pioneering, it's going to be a leading role in the whole world.
Yes. Do you think that Egypt can also cooperate with other countries, as we can see that we have 60 countries participating in this event? How can Egypt cooperate with these countries in the field of empowering women and giving them more rights?
Actually, Egypt is achieving what we call in international relations the diplomacy of conferences. When we are holding a conference, we are not only talking to ourselves. We are gathering expertise, sharing experiences, and giving knowledge and benefiting from different experiences. Yesterday, we saw that the ministers from Saudi Arabia, from Jordan, from even from Australia, from different parts of the world, they were highly impressed with the Egyptian experience, and they openly said that this experience is something that we are going to imitate typically. And also we are taking we benefit of some of their experiences of the programs they offer also for their female, for the purpose of empowerment. So I believe following this way is going to lead us to a great results. There are going to be like MOUs between Egypt and some countries in this field. There are going to be like exchange programs. We are receiving some preachers from these countries, and we hope that we are able to send our female and male preachers to benefit on the ground from their experiences.
Yes, also Egyptian Ministry of Awqaf emphasized that the message of the conference is that women's participation in various social, political, economic and religious spheres makes our world more just, peaceful and secure. So what's your take on this? As you've just said that we have now female preachers working there.
Yeah, this is a clear message coming out from the minister and the Ministry of Islamic Awqaf or Islamic Endowment. They are clear that the community, the clear message is, if a community is depending only on his male whatever, preachers, teachers, whatever, he is standing on one leg, because men are partners, women are partners of men. So we need to go parallel in this way. strengthening, of course, strengthening the males, giving them full chance, and at the same time educating and preparing a very strong and very well educated generations of females ready to play a true and actual and practical role in building their nations. If we are not benefiting of females in our communities, we are losing half of our power.
Yes, true. Yes, I'd like to thank you, Dr. Asma Zaini, an academic researcher at Al-Azhar. Thank you. Thank you so much for being with us. And as we have just said, that the conference is expected to wrap up its activities today with more than 60 countries participating in the 35th International Conference of the Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs at the Ministry of Religious Endowments, which kicked off in Cairo on Sunday under the patronage of President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi. And today we are waiting for the recommendations and the final resolutions of this conference. And that, by that, dear viewers, we come to the end of today's edition of Women's World. Thank you for watching.